Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to You Too Young for this channel. It's Young right here. Today is a 3D printing video, so I'm going to show you the process and also the step that I usually take to bring a 3D model into reality. And not to mention that the models that I'm going to print today is pretty cool. So with all that being said, let's jump right into the video. So 3D printing, to be honest with you all, what I'm always expect from all this 3D printing experience is to create something that is not just functional but looks good at the same time. At least has some uniqueness and also difference with the retail one. So the thing that I'm going to print today is a headphone stand, because I think it is a very important piece of puzzles for your overall work from home or gaming setup. And it is also customizable, that makes you have the ability to make your setup different with the others one that shows your personality. So today's idea is to find a character bust and scale it up until it allows us to hang the headphones. I'm still going to download all these 3D models through all these open sources online and just show you some minor tweaks and also changes that can be done on the Cura slicer. So now let's go to Thingiverse to see what we can find. Thingiverse is my go-to website to find all these models, so let's see what kind of bust we can find here. So after searching through all the options online, this bust did stand out as this character gets the most hype recently due to the trailer they released, and it's the homecoming Spider-Man. Why I choose this model is that because the head is tilting for a bit, which makes it a good headphone stand, I think. So now let's come here and download this file. Okay, in this file the model is separated into two parts, which is one is the bust, which is the head of the Spider-Man, and also the base, as we can see from the previous picture, a very good looking base. So we're going to print it separately, and I think the head is more important, so let's see what changes we can make on the head and just duplicate it to the base. So come into Cura. First of all, we need to look at the size of this model right here. I usually use this measuring tool that you can get in the marketplace. It's a free plugin that you can download in Cura. So obviously we need to scale this model up for us to hang headphones. So after some scaling, I think the 250 is sufficient for us to hang headphones, as the width and also the height is pretty optimum here to be a headphone stand. So we're going to go with this scale, which is 250. After making sure the scale and also the size is right, we move on to the parameters part. And today I'm going to pinpoint 4 of the main things that I've learned until now, which has a really significant role in terms of the print quality and also the print time. So the first one is the layer height, the second one is the infill, the third one is the printing speed, and the final one is the support. For the layer height, this kind of figures, which is big, I will use 0.2. For miniature printing, people will use 0.16. It depends on the details that you have on these miniatures, because if it's very small, we wanted to print a smaller layer height so that it can retain most details to the prints. But this one is relatively big, so 0.2 will be fine. And as for the infill, I will use 10%, and I think 10% is really sufficient. So among these 4 parameters, I won't change the infill, because going down below 10% will make this model really fragile. After all, it's a functional part, we want it to be strong, so 10% is alright. Moving on to the printing speeds, I will prefer 30, because the problem that I have with higher printing speed is that I always encounter a lot of layer shifting. Even though it is not a very significant one that it ruins the whole print, but it occurs quite frequently. Like this layer it shifts a bit and then it recovers the following one, but after 10 layers it shifts again, so it will have this consistent shifting of layers that really ruin the authentic of the print. So let's leave 30 there, and the final part is the support. This support settings I got it from Danny from 3D Printed Tabletops. You can check his channel, I will provide the link down into the descriptions. He is a pro in printing this kind of miniatures and also the figurines printing, so the support that he suggests is really good, and I'm not really sure why, but his support just works well, at least for the two previous prints, which is the Pikachu and also the Hulk. So let's slice this thing up. Okay, 2 days and 17 hours. You know what? Let's try to make some changes to make it quicker. So I think the 2 days is 2 days and 17 hours one is it's my final decisions, because I'm not comfortable in changing the infill and also the layer height, because I just don't think you will get the quality that I want. And with the higher printing speed, I doesn't want to go to 60 as well because of the layer shifting that I mentioned earlier. So I think I'm going to stick with the 2 days 17 hours one. I never print this long, but it's a good challenge to take to test this printer again, whether it is capable of doing it or not. Okay, let's save this and yeah, and go on to the base one. So for the base one, of course, we need to have the same scale so it fits perfectly with the bust. First of all, let's scale it up to 250. Okay, it's big, and just increase the printing speed. Yeah, I don't think changing the layer height and also the infill is appropriate here, because infill we need to have the sturdiness and also the layer heights we need to have the quality. So let's just change the printing speed. Okay, 16 hours seems pretty good. So we have a total printing time of 3 days. Damn, that's a lot. So I've been saving this 2G code into the pen drive that I'll be plugging in into the 3D printer, and let's hope everything goes well so that we can have the time-lapse video up next. So I'm back here after 3 days of printing. Let's see what we got here. So of course we need to talk about this SpiderMan bust right here. Damn, look at this boy. I mean, it's not like a 100% manufacturer perfect print, you can still see the layer heights, even though it's not very noticeable here. And there's also some layer shifting here, especially at the center of the head here, and also on the chest of the Spider-Man. But overall, the size is good and the quality is good, and I'm satisfied with this print. Yeah, I would like to mention that I did have a fail print when the print comes to here, because when this part touches the support just fell off. I think mainly is that I used the wrong bed adhesion settings, where I just use skirts and the support is just very fragile, and once this part touches the support just fell off. So this was fixed after I used the raft settings, where there's more adhesions for the support to stand still. And after that, let us talk about the base. Look at this base, come on man. Sheesh! This base looks so clean. Yeah, of course, I have some failed prints. This happens again when I use the 60 mm per second settings. I think it's the hardware problem, it's not something that happens with the G-code and also the models. It's just maybe after 2 days of print, I didn't do some bad leveling and also tighten all the screws to it, that makes the overall flows it's not that smooth on the bed and also the extruder, that causes all this layer shifting. But you know what, at the end of the day, I changed it to 30 mm per second, and it took almost a day to print, but this is what we got here. Everything is perfect except like there's one layer here shifting a bit, and also you can see the layer heights, each layer to it. But other than that, I have nothing to complain about with this base right here. And now comes the moment of truth. Damn son, look at this headphone stand right here. Don't tell me this is not one of the best headphone stand that you have ever seen. You know what, the size is good, the quality is there, but the main question remains whether it hangs a headphone. Okay, I have a pretty light headphone here because it's not glued yet, so I don't want to like put my heavy headphones on it, but you know what, if you just care about the functionality, you can stop right here man. It is a decent print already. You just need to stick these two parts together and it is good to go. But you know what, I'm planning to do some post-process and even paint this print to make it look better, hopefully. So with all that being said, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see what happens to this Spider-Man headphone stand at the end. And as always, keep up the positive vibe and take good care about yourself. I'm Young right here, hope to see you all very soon in the next video. Until next time, peace!
FYI, we on the road, we stay fucking low. We be working hard, doing shit that you don't know. I be flowing on this beat, yeah, double H-O. Wrinkles on my clothes, cause I'll never ever fold. I like something green in my life, give me some celery. I'm a beast, you can fuck with me, yeah, I'm like Bruce Lee. All these people